Hello everyone. This Monday morning, let's analyze a bit to see how BTC and ETH will move. Everyone, here, I'm looking at the monthly candle of BTC. On the monthly candle of BTC, we can see that this is quite a strong support zone for it. BTC is in the range from 57,800 to 62,500. This is quite a good zone for BTC, and we can see that the monthly candle has closed with a wick. With a candle closing like this, the probability is very high that it will continue to go up, and we expect that this month BTC will reach the $70,000 level, meaning it will touch somewhere around the wick here. $68,600 to $70,000 are the wicks here that we expect it to reach. And at the same time, we can see that USDTD is facing a fairly strong resistance here. And along with the formation of a red candle with a long wick, we expect it to continue going down to retest this area below through the wick of the red candle. Then we will see BTC rise again. And now let's move on to the weekly candle. Today is Monday, the start of the week. So let's do a bit of analysis together. USDTD currently has a pretty good support zone here. And if the candle closes like this, we will see a bullish reversal candle. At the same time, for BTC, if the candle closes like this, it will be a bearish reversal candle. Up here is the temporary resistance zone. With the bearish candle pattern on BTC, we can expect BTC to have a slight rebound up to around 65,000. Then it will continue to drop to the 62,000 and 61,800 zones. At the same time, with the bullish candle pattern on USDTD, we can expect it to move up to around 8.38%. Right now, it's at 8.5%. If it drops to 8.38%, then we can expect BTC to rise to 64,500. And after that, it will continue to go up. In other words, our expectation is that BTC will continue to rise on the monthly candle. And on the weekly candle, BTC will also keep going up. Let's continue with the daily candle. On the daily candle of USDTD, there has already been a trend reversal candle. If this candle closes as a bearish candle, then up here is our resistance zone. All right, if we draw a line across, this area is the resistance zone for USDTD. Because this is a resistance zone and it has a reversal candlestick pattern, the probability is very high that USDTD will continue to go down. The nearest level we can see is 8.38% and deeper is 8.2%. In this wave, I expect it to reach around 8.38%, then BTC could rise to 64,500. At the same time, BTC is on the daily candle. Yesterday, I analyzed with everyone that on the daily candle, BTC had formed a doji indicating a trend reversal. And if today, when today's candle closes, if it's another green candle, it will be a bullish reversal candle. If it is a bullish reversal candle, then what? Then we can see that BTC will continue to rise. With this kind of bullish candle pattern, there is a very high probability that BTC will move up to 64,000 or even higher to 65,000. But if the daily BTC candle closes as a bullish reversal doji, then it's clear that the trend for BTC to continue rising to the 64,500 to 65,000 range is entirely possible. But if it's a bullish candle, then the daily BTC candle could see a drop back to 63,000 or even deeper. That would be the 62,000 range. So this morning, looking at the daily, weekly, and monthly candles, we can conclude that BTC will continue to rise. And if BTC continues to rise, then our view this morning will be to buy long. So at which zone should we go long? Next, let's continue our analysis on the H4 time frame. So what do we see on the H4 chart? On H4, we are still in a structure of lower highs and lower lows. Here, if we draw the Elliott wave, we can see that on the H4 time frame, it is still in a structure of lower highs and lower lows. And it is very likely that this Elliott wave is almost completed. And I am still expecting it to reach 61.8K so that this wave can be completed. And this wave 4 to 5 has already reached the 62.3 thousand area. But I still expect it to go down to 61.8K to fully complete this wave. However, it is possible that the 62.3 thousand area is where the wave 4 to 5 has already finished. If the 62.3 thousand area is where wave 4 to 5 has finished, then we will see a rather strong upward trend return for Bitcoin with the next impulse wave pattern. Here, the next impulse wave will look like this. If the 62.2 thousand area is where the Elliott wave 4 to 5 completes, then the next impulse wave will be positioned like this. And our target this time within this impulse wave is in the 69,000 to 70,000 range, or even higher, everyone. Our outlook this morning, based on the monthly, weekly, and daily candlestick patterns, is that we should be looking for long positions. So where should we enter a long position? And with a high probability that the Elliott impulse wave has completed at the 62.3K area, where should we look for a long entry? Now let's go back to the 1 hour chart time frame and continue with our technical analysis of the market. Assuming that this specific area is the absolute lowest bottom point of wave 4 or 5, we can clearly see that we will look to enter into a new trading position, which will be our very first trade. We will enter right here at this bottom area, drawing it across. Here, I'm expecting it to retrace to this area around 62.8, and I'll enter a trade there. And the next trade we will enter is right at the 61.8 area. This is the area that I'm really expecting it to reach. But most likely it won't be able to reach the 61.8 area. So here, this is the lowest bottom it can create in this downward wave. That's why we have to take a trade at the 62.8 area. If it does reach the 61.8 area, we will enter another trade. We will set the stop loss a bit below that area. We set the stop loss a bit below here, below this wick, around 61.5. Here, let me show everyone. So looking at all the H4 patterns, daily candles, weekly candles, or even monthly candles, we can see that BTC has started to rise again. And since it's going up again, our outlook should be to go long. With a long outlook, our first order will be to enter right at this support zone, which is at 62.8. And of course, we'll set the stop loss a bit below this wick here. Here, this wick is around 61.5. That's my morning outlook for BTC today. So with a high probability, I see that it has shown an upward trend again, allowing us to enter orders at those support zones. So what about ETH? ETH will move in parallel with BTC. ETH is showing pretty strong support at the 1,860 zone. So its upward trend is still continuing. And we can see that at the 1,860 zone, ETF is holding up quite well, and it still hasn't broken through. And this morning, there's a high chance that ETH will close with a bullish candle showing considerable strength. If BTC also rebounds, then for ETH, we can open long positions at the 1,860 zone and a bit lower at 1,820, with a stop loss set just below at 1,800. My plan for ETH this morning is to open positions at 1,860 and 1,820, with a stop loss at 1,800. Take profits somewhere up here at 1,900 and 1,960. 60 here. We can see that ETH, whether on the daily or weekly candles, is still in an uptrend, and the monthly candle is also maintaining an upward trend. With ETH's monthly candle looking like this, there's a high probability it will retest this wick here, which is 1,980, and even higher, it could reach 2,000. Here in this area, it's highly likely that this is its bottom and it will rebound quite strongly. Just like with BTC, this is the bottom area it could return to. And with a monthly candle like this, it's going to rebound very strongly. BTC will surpass 70,000 and ETH will go above 2,030. So let's keep an eye on things and focus on long position, not short ones at this time. Shorting right now is quite risky, don't you agree? So we should split our orders to enter safely. That's my analysis for this morning. If you found this helpful, please click the notification bell and subscribe to the channel to receive new videos every day.